Let me ask you this one question. What type of photographer are you? Are you the patient kind, the one looking to perfect a single scene, one who waits around for the right moment, seeing if that ideal light appears? Or are you the sort of photographer who will walk into a scene that you happen to stumble upon, capture whatever the moment is, and then move on, see what else you can find? Of course, it doesn't matter what type of photographer we are at the same time. Like I always stress, this is a beautiful hobby. And photography is whatever we ourselves want it to be when we head out with the camera. I asked the question because I was having a discussion with a very good friend of mine, a fellow photographer, just the other day. We were talking about different scenarios that we kind of come across whenever we're out with the camera and how we approach them. And it got me thinking about my own particular photography style. If I was to think about my style and my approach, then I'd say I'm a very balanced photographer. Depends very much on my mood, the time of the day that I'm out in particular. I often joke as well that I've very much got a scattergun approach to my photography. I'll go out spontaneously like what I'm doing now, and I'll just capture the moment, see and shoot whatever it is that I come across. I know I'm being harsh on myself because I talk about the scattergun technique as though I get lucky with the images that I manage to capture. No thought goes into them, whereas that's not the case. I just hate hanging around for a moment that might not happen. Take this scene here, I could wait around, see if the light changes, see if the shot improves. But whilst I'm waiting here for a moment that might not happen, something else could be happening elsewhere that I'm missing. So as a result, yeah, I do think I've got a very spontaneous photography style. I'll rarely hang around. I'll shoot in the moment, I'll move on, and some of my favourite images have come from having that sort of approach. And of course, there's nothing to stop me in the future from coming out here to a location like this, shooting this scene sporadically. And then if I love it so much, there's nothing to stop me from coming back in the future and trying to grab the perfect shot. So in that vein, photography, for me, these trips out, they're one endless scouting mission. And I think as well, that's where the very balanced side of my photography comes from, because so far you're probably thinking, how can he talk about balance when he's very much talking about being a sporadic shooter? Because I know that there's times when I'll go out with the camera, take trips to Elmley Ferry in the past, for example, where I will go out to some locations and I will go out with the aim of just capturing one photo, not talking about the one photography challenge that I do, but I'll go out with the aim of just shooting that one photo, capturing a vision, one particular vision that I've got in my head. Take, for example, me sitting in the Peak District on a hillside, having a feeling that the perfect photo might just be around the corner. And that photo that I captured, it's one of my all-time favourites and sits proudly above my fireplace as a result. However, I look back at that moment and I think, yeah, whilst I was able to capture a shot I was really proud of, did I maybe do the wrong thing by hanging around and waiting for that moment? Maybe something better was happening off elsewhere. Who knows? Who cares? Thinking about the majority of my trips out, whenever I go out and do photography, whenever I'm out with the camera, and I'd definitely say there's a lovely balance to these trips out. Take this morning, for example. I'm out here on the edge of the river. I'm waiting for a sunrise like I nearly always do, waiting for that perfect light to appear over the horizon. It's a lovely, relaxing start to the day, really peaceful being out here on mornings such as this, even if I don't end up with the images that I'm after. And the ironic thing is the camera's currently on the tripod, but when the sun rises, once that sunrise light disappears, the tripod will more often than not go away unless I want to shoot a long exposure or if I want a focus stack, but that's seldom the case. I find the tripod can be a hassle, and more often than not, I worry about missing the moment if I'm trying to set it up. No, for me, I like my photography balance because I find a trip out like today has two parts. The first is I'll be standing here right now waiting for the perfect light, trying to get that perfect photo. The second part is I'll act spontaneously. I'll go for a walk, see what I can find, capture whatever it is that I come across. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, I've lost absolutely nothing, and that works perfectly for me.